I'm curious to know what you think about how XDR solutions or tools will integrate with organizations who may already have a somewhat advanced security program in place. What does that look like?
Yeah, so that's where I think where XDRs have a great advantage. So most newer XDRs, Open XDR, use standard API connectors to integrate, and so it's actually relatively easy to integrate. I have a lot of personal experience in doing network protocol detectors and collectors and sensors, and in sort of traditional approaches, for every new if there's a new application, you have to build a whole new sensor, and essentially a whole new way of getting that data in, and you have this sort of spaghetti complexity. Whereas the newer XDRs really are using standardized API interfaces that have sort of the standard is to use that right now, and
Hmm.
so it's relatively easy to provide new integrations to tie into existing infrastructure. There's usually a process, or there can be a process of enabling that monitoring API or providing a security account for the XDR to access that sensitive data, but it's usually pretty straightforward. Um, and unlike traditional SIEMs or the which rely on sort of pooling raw data that's been exported from other sources, by using API connectors, XDRs can have much higher data quality, and I think importantly, only pull the data they need. XDRs, a good XDR can do its entire security mission with a small fraction of the message traffic that a SIEM would normally ingest, because the XDR is just focused on threat detection and response, and not long term full scope log storage the way a SIEM is. And so it's overall the integration of XDRs into current IT infrastructure is usually much simpler than a SIEM.